onto your seat because what we're about to talk about is nothing short of legendary. A record has just been shattered, and it's not something we expected to see anytime soon. This isn't just another chart-topping moment. This is a new era of music dominance, and it's all thanks to BTS's very own Jungkook. If you've been following Jungkook's career, you already know that the man is a force to be reckoned with. But let me tell you, he's just raised the bar to an entirely different level. Jungkook's solo track 7, which dropped back in July 2023, has just re-entered Billboard's Global 200 chart for an astonishing 77 weeks. And yes, you read that correctly, 77 weeks on the global charts. But that's not all. This is more than just a chart streak. It's a historic achievement. With this, Jungkook has just become the longest-charting Asian solo artist in Billboard history. This achievement is monumental because it's not just about staying on the charts, it's about breaking records that have stood for decades. He is now officially the first ever Asian solo artist to have a song that stays on both the Global 200 and the Global, excluding US, charts for such a mind-blowing amount of time. And you may be thinking, okay, that's impressive, but what's the real story here? Well, let me break it down for you. 7 didn't just get onto the charts and fade away. It's been a constant presence, showing up week after week with undeniable strength. On the global, excluding US chart, Jungkook's track ranked 61st, and again, that's no small feat. But what's even more powerful? The fact that he has now held this position for 77 consecutive weeks, longer than any other Asian solo artist. He's literally changing the game, and the world is watching. Now you may be asking, how is this even possible? Well, it's because Jungkook's influence is massive. His global reach, it's unreal. Just take a look at how 7 has smashed records across the world. In Japan, 7 stayed at number 87 on the streaming songs chart for 77 weeks. 77 weeks. That's phenomenal. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, his track held on for 28 weeks on their Hot 100 chart, the longest streak ever for a K-pop artist. Talk about setting the bar high. But don't think for a second that this is the end of the story. Oh no, Jungkook is just getting started. His debut solo album Golden has made waves too, securing its place on Billboard Japan's Download Albums chart for a staggering 48 weeks. This isn't just about sales or streams, it's about the depth of his impact across the globe. Jungkook's music transcends borders, cultures, and languages, and the proof is in the numbers, and here's where it gets truly emotional. Even while serving in the military, a time when many might expect an artist to step back from the spotlight, Jungkook continued to dominate the charts. His presence didn't waver. He held a place on Billboard Japan's Artist 100 chart for a mind-blowing 84 weeks, ranking 64th at one point. He didn't just keep his name alive, he thrived in the most unexpected of circumstances. And if that wasn't inspiring enough, he still managed to take home 3 trophies at the Billboard Music Awards, becoming the K-pop solo artist with the most wins in the award show's history. 3 trophies. That's unheard of. Now, let's talk about Golden for a moment. In December 2024, this incredible album made its way back onto the Billboard 200 at number 109, marking its 25th week on the chart. That's a huge milestone in itself, but what makes it even more special? Jungkook has now officially broken his own record. He holds the title of being the longest-charting K-pop solo artist in Billboard history, with 25 weeks on the Billboard 200. This is the new standard. If you had any doubts about Jungkook's place in music history, let me assure you, they've been erased. But beyond the numbers, the stats, and the awards, there's something deeper happening here. Jungkook is more than just a solo artist. He's a symbol of what dedication, hard work, and passion can achieve. He is not just an artist, he is an icon. His ability to break through time and time again and prove that the impossible is possible is something we should all look up to. So, where does Jungkook go from here? Honestly, I don't know if there's a limit. He's already rewritten the rule book, and it seems like he's just getting started. But one thing's for sure, he's changed the face of music, not just for K-pop, but for global pop as a whole. Are you as amazed as I am by all this? Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a moment of these incredible stories. And hey, let me know in the comments, What's the next record you think Jungkook will break? The sky's the limit, and I can't wait to see where he goes from here.